check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. It felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract. I promised you a contract.
You ain't never been in Skate Town. On a national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali Flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in a stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe, take a few, like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a band and a tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize, I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably be the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. They hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can kick it and ride through the yeah. We just pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? West End, what's happening? Oh, man. Southside, Clinko, what's up? Oh, damn, homie, come on.
From the zone 4, Campbellton Road. Got cash to blow, hollin' at that. Me 90s foreign. Got me using my 90s, alright. She was choosing in the parking lot. I would look at two, keep my number locked. I made on the couch at your mama house. Ride around, bubble loud with the window down. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Baby, let me see you pop that spine. I can see from the front and I knew at once I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on Old Net. Better pull up on my cousin on Rainbow Drive. Whip clean, let the paint don't dry. Where you from? Clean your sorry.
Hey, we just pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? West End, what's happening? Southside, Clinko, you know what's up. Oh, damn, homie, come on. Hit Catcade on the Sundays, say a parking lot prayer, no. I just wanna kick back, relax, shout it in the Monday. How about the seat, slide, it's nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap, I bring you right back to your friends before they start tripping. As I bend, I see the from the glide with the golden teeth. I don't even know if they notice me, they don't even know that we way too deep. I'm from the west, and they from the east, and all white tees, looking like sheep. I don't even wanna give sneaks. We throwing up fours and ones and threes, and talking about West End, what's happening? Hey, we just pull up the Moreland, bro. Where you at? Southside, Clayco, throw that.
You ain't never been to Skate Town. On a national, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade. On the west side, up in LK. You ain't never been to Golden Glide. It's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's out in Marlboro. I'ma pack a carload. I'ma take the girls and meet tomorrow.
Bring it, yeah, bring it, song, so bring it, bring it, bring it now, this will reach out, so let's take it, ugly.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. the home of the Falcons. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Primetime. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. He'll get about 2. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Third, they need 8.
Let's go now.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? That's taken in. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progressions and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Point after, coming up here. It's up and good. And the Giants will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. 60 red. Cut.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Ready?
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a 1st down. A give, and here comes Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with a 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Quick throw, taken in, and he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
6, mega. Set, hut.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. They'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Red, 38. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. One quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Giants leading this one early. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He'll drop the throw. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
Falcons, first down. First and goal.
Ready.
Now, faking the give. They're holding at the 2. To the goal line and in. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown Atlanta.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Travel start on the ground. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. 37 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, Giants.
They'll try the right side this time. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Giants first down. Here's Scatterboo. And he's brought down after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now give up the middle, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and 11. Out of shotgun, it's Dawson. And he's in. Touchdown, Giants.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ken Black.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Claw, 10. Steel, Black. Ready.
Back to throw. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down and 9.
Let's go. Red, 38. Set.
They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
We'll take this in back to the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And that is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Set, punt. 60 red. Set.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
52.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Strike. Ready.
Another run here for Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Black shot. Punt.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
Let's go. 45. White. Ready?
Here's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice game, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
This This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready, hut.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be dropping underneath for Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter.
Ready, set.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Here we go. Black, 95. Set, hut, set.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now give on the ground, and he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
Brings up a 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. First and 10. The throw is Dart. This one is caught by Robinson. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Dart exiting the pocket right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
To the air once more is Dart, taking the deep shot here with Robinson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
A play fake. Now Dart. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And the Falcons, first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the
10,
49-yard line.
Mega, steal, check, steal.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Toward the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off the call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
33, yellow. Ready.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Red, 38. 22 needle. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On the give, Scatterboo. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they...
And he's in! Touchdown, New York. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. No problem there on the extra point. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here we go. 50, green. Shovel, 38. Black Ultra. Fierce, yellow.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5.
Set, hut. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On the ready.
Here's first and 10.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Blue, go. Set.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Hut, hut.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Blue striker. 45. White. Set, hut.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Second and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Rip yellow. 22. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the
Ready,
30-yard line.
ready.
Now, faking the give. That's right side, taken in by Trimble. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
27-yard line.
Let's go. Hut.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
This is caught at the 2. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And the Falcons, first down.
43 rail.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time,
Second and goal.
and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready, ready, set.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcon touchdown. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Falcons, 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
31-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
In motion, it's Robinson. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? And now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game? When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
Down. Black, grill, green. White, white. Ultra. Go ultra.
Give, and here comes Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Tampa Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On the give, it's Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So first things first, they got to convert this third down.
So here comes third and 5.
Yellow. Set, cut. 52, blue, blaster, 6. Needle, blue. Set.
Throwing now from the gun. The throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
On the set.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Ready. 10 black.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Now a timeout. That's their first. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Go now. 50, great.
They'll look to throw again. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
Green jack. Drill green. Set.
Back to the air one more time. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll throw here on third and short. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down.
Here we go.
Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Flag blue. Set, cut.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. What a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
You don't blue.
First
Blaster,
and 10
six.
at the 23-yard line.
Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
They'll try again here. It's second and 10.
Down. Trouble, 38. Right, right. Ready?
Back to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Now, a big third down.
A loss of 1 brings up third
22
down
needle.
at the 11.
6. Mega. Blue striker. Red cycle.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long.
Ready. Fury. Yellow. Black 40. Yellow. Go. Green jack. Black shot. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Blue. Drill green. Ultra. Go ultra. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. I had to take a chance on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this one.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is he wants to play well here at home. Maybe he's pressing a little bit, but he wants his fans at his home crowd to be behind him and support him. That's going to come. That's going to be all in due time. But here today, he's got to worry about just play well and execute at the quarterback position. Everything else will take care of itself.
So a road win here for the Giants, as their fans will celebrate.